Hi, my name is Jordan Monti, and I graduated from Michigan State University with a bachelor's degree in music education. I hold teaching certificates in both California and Michigan, and have been teaching, directing, and performing internationally for over 10 years. Today, let's talk about vocal ranges and how to find them. Before we get started, let's think about why it's important to know our vocal range, especially when it comes to putting it down on a performance resume. When a casting director is looking for someone to fit a certain part for a show, you've got to first look at how the show is put together. The music might be written for certain voice parts, so to have it down in clear writing on the performance resume, it really helps the casting directors make an educated decision. Different voice parts, the male and female voice, mature at different times as well, so you want to update this information over time. For instance, the female voice might not fully mature till around age 28, and the male voice might not reach its full maturity until about 35 years old. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's go to the piano. There are two important things to keep in mind when you're finding your vocal range. The first one is to be warmed up. Either with your vocal coach or on your own, make sure your voice is warmed up and ready to go. Second one is to be realistic. Don't push yourself outside your actual range just to make it look better on paper. Okay, let's get started. So find a very clear open area where you can stand up and get a good tone, a good breath. Okay, I wouldn't recommend actually sitting at the piano, hunched over, finding your range that way. So maybe find a piano friend that can play for you. For males, I would recommend choosing a nice, comfortable starting pitch, such as the G below middle C or G3. From here, choose a neutral syllable, such as a na, and go either up or down until you can no longer produce a full sound. For girls, a good starting pitch would be the F above middle C or the F4. Same thing, on a neutral na, go up and down until you can't produce a pleasing sound. So an example of this method would be to take my own voice and start at the middle of my range at the G3 and go up on a na. Again, the na allows us to put an N on the top of the vowel and really resonate that sound to the best of our ability. Let's go up. Na, 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 na. And as you near the top of your range, again, keep in mind to be realistic. Na, na. Make sure you can hit that top note or the bottom note any time of the day or night. Solidly. Na. Let's say that's the top of my range. I would make a note. It's a G. Ask your piano friends if you need help. It's a G above middle C or a G4. Then let's go down to where we started at the G3 and go down this time. Na, 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 na. Again, keep in mind, be realistic. Once you've found both the highest and lowest note that you can sing, you want to make sure you've notated it correctly. Middle C is C4. Down to the A below middle C, we have A4. So every note has a note letter and also a number on the keyboard. Let me show you. Welcome to the keyboard. If this is our middle C, we found C4. Below it starts our fourth octave on the keyboard, which is an A4. The next A begins our fifth octave. All the pitches in between have both a letter and a number. When you're finding your range, don't forget about these black keys. For instance, if your highest note on your range is an F4, you might want to go up and check, see if you can get up to an F sharp 4. Don't forget that when you go lower, you can do the same thing. You can go down to the the black keys or the half steps in between. Okay, we're almost done. Let's put it all together. Now that I've found my lowest pitch and also the highest pitch I can sing comfortably, and also assigned note names to them, it's time to proclaim that I'm a baritone with a range from C3 to G4. That's also the format I would use to put it on a resume. Well, thanks for joining me as we learned more about our vocal ranges. Happy singing!